Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bertram Field for Northeastern Conference football. Big one for Salem. Salem is 3-2. They're looking to go 4-2 and get possibly a home game down the line. With 2 games left, they'd like to go 5-2. Lynn English is 4-1. Captains at midfield going over the coin toss. Salem won the toss. They opted to prefer or defer to the second half. English is going to get the football first. English, and they're all white. We're used to seeing them in different colors when they're home, but they're all white. Salem with their black with red coloring. We're at Bertram Field. It brings back memories for me when I first got started doing this 400 years ago. We did Lynn, Salem, and Swampscott, and I was able to do a lot of Salem games when they had their great teams. Baseball, boys and girls basketball, football. Coach Kenny Perrone and Al Giardi, with Mike Giardi and Jeff Juden and David Angiaramo, who's now one of the heads of St. Mary's School, coming over from being the principal at Salem, coming over to work at St. Mary's High School. Terrific young man. I've got an awful lot of friends here at Salem High School, or Salem in general. They had some great teams back then. Matt Sevens will be the quarterback for English. He just broke his coach's, Chris Carroll's record for passing yardage, and he needs one big one or a couple of small ones, pass completions, to go over 4,000 yards. He needs 32 yards to go over 4,000. So we're just about set. We'll have the kickoff and we'll be underway. Ruben Baez will kick it off for Salem. At about the 12-yard line. And very good return across the 45 to about the 46. And that's Prince Brown. 29 yards on the return. And English will put it in play at their 41. So good field position to start, thanks to Prince Brown. As I mentioned, 29 yards on the return. And they come out. You never know whether they're going to go double wing or spread. They come out in the spread. They double the wideouts to either side. The quick out, they get about 5 to Fowler. Actually put it at midfield. So they give him 9. Bangor is straight ahead to the Salem 46. 3rd and a couple. Sevens with the keep. We'll pick up the first down a little bit more. So they actually put the ball at the 46 to start the drive, so it was a 34-yard return by Prince Brown. Sevens picks up the first down to the Salem 40. They stay with the double wideouts. Fowler comes in motion to the near side, rolling to the near side, looking long and deep, letting it fly too far for Prince Brown. Good coverage by Devin Tolbert, running step for step with Brown. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the Salem 40. Opening drive of the ball game. Was there a penalty on the play? I didn't see the flag, but they're knocking off yardage against Salem. And it was a big one. They marked it all the way down to the 25, so it's a first down by way of penalty. I didn't see the call. Bangura in the backfield with Severance. 1st and 10 from the 25. Rolling to the near side and throwing it out of bounds. They had 2 receivers in the same area. They chose to run to the short side, didn't have a lot of room. And Severance just threw it out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. This will be the 6th play of the drive coming up, helped out by that big 15-yard penalty. Now they send 3 wideouts to the near side. Brown by himself to the far side. He's got double coverage over there. They give it to Bangura running straight ahead. He gets 5 to the 20. And actually give him 4 to the 21. Severance starts to the right, runs straight ahead, and goes right to the goalpost for a touchdown. They didn't touch him. "21 yards on the carry. So they go 54 yards. They made that one look easy. 54 yards in 7 plays, helped out by the 15-yard penalty. And Ryan will look for the kick. He's been just about perfect for English. That's a big plus. And he boots it through again. That's a nice weapon to have. Tyler Drynan. And Chris Carroll will have him for another year. He's only a junior. So Salem won the toss, opted to go on defense, and they probably wish now they took the ball. Because English ran it mostly. They had 1 short pass. Severance picked up 27 on the ground. They only going to pick up 49 yards because there was a 15-yard penalty against Salem that helped out, even though it was a 54-yard drive. And now Drynan will kick it off. So English very quickly gets on top. We mentioned Salem is 3-2. They've been playing very well. They've got banged up a little bit. They got some people hurt. At the 22, coming to the near side, getting hit from behind. Kevin DeLeon with the defensive play. And it was Luis Ramirez with the return. So Salem will start at their 29. They'll have it 1st and 10. They've done a nice job refurbishing here at Bertram Field. wide out to the near side, a wing to the far side. Now, motion, and they're going to throw it off the motion, and they don't quite get it. Devin Talbot was loose, but they didn't throw it far enough to get it to him. So a little trickery by Salem. The Witches coming out, trying to get on the board. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10. Hit and dropped in the backfield. Garcia all over the ball carrier. They lose back to the 24. They lost 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 15. In trouble, forced to run with it, not going to go far. All over Mania. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up a 4th down. Salem's going to have to kick it away. Salem winds up -5 on their first possession. And they're going to give it right back to English, who just went very quickly down and scored on their first possession. Kick is away. Fielded at the 46-yard line by Purda. And he gets knocked down. Couldn't make the turn. Nice play by Frederick Coffey. Just got a piece of Purda and knocked him off his pins, and we got a Salem player down. So English started at their 46 the first time. They've got it to 42 now. So decent field position for the Bulldog. Well on the way to clinching their 2nd straight Tier 3. There's 3 different teams, 5 teams in each division of the Northeastern Conference. English is in Tier 3, and they are well on their way to winning it for the 2nd year in a row. Coming off a huge win against undefeated Swampscott. Chris Carroll and his coaching staff doing a very good job. And they've done it throwing the ball, running the ball. Sevens, the quarterback, has been a terrific field director. Bangura, running the ball, has been as good as anybody around, better than most. And the receivers, Prince Brown, Fowler, Purda. And the defense has come along. At one point, they had given up 76 points in 2 games. And then they played Swampscott and shut Swampscott virtually down. So the defense has come around quite a bit. So we're starting to put it all together. They lead it 7-0 here. And we hope the young man, Francisco Hernandez, is going to be okay. So at the 42, it'll be 1st and 10. They send 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Severance looking to throw over the middle, under through Fowler. He was open, cutting across the middle. Fowler and Perta and Tajadil, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. We're on the near side, Brown by himself to the far side. 5 wideouts, nobody in the backfield with Severance. The quick out. First down and a lot more to Perta. So they convert on 2nd and 10 to get it to the Salem 46. 14 yards on a first down. Motion coming to the near side now. Severance again, over the middle. Caught by Fowler inside the 30. And that's a very big pass for Severance. That pass to Fowler puts him over 4,000 yards. Picked up 18 there. He needed 32 coming in. He now has 36. And English on the move again as we have a timeout. They have it at the Salem 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Not a bad night for football. Sitting in the stands is not that bad. Might need a jacket. Don't need the winter clothes yet, but it's certainly coming. No more of those 70, 80, 90 degree days. And it's going to start to feel like football weather as we're closing in on November. Wheels turning on both sides. Offensively for the Bulldogs, defensively for the Witches. Salem would just as soon not go down 2 scores quickly. Again, 3 wideouts to the near side. They double up on both sides now. Quick out. And it's Perta again, close to a first down. He just went down and hooked up, fake going deep. They put it to 19 for a pickup of 9. 2nd and a yard. Nobody in the backfield with Severance. The quick out to Brown. Feels his way along, gets pushed forward inside the 5. And that'll be a first down. They put it at the 4. 4 straight completions by Severance. English has it 1st and goal at the 4. They give it to Bangura. He walks in. $58 yards in 6 plays, the only running play of the touchdown. They're a yard shy of 100 yards, and we're still in the first period. And Driner will look to go 2 for 2. And he knocks it through. So English will kick it off again. Salem will get it for the second time, but now they're down 2 scores. And we're still in the first period. China will use that right foot again. The only thing he hasn't done this year is kick a field goal. And he certainly is capable of doing that. He's got a terrific leg. I'm waiting for Chris Carroll to give him a shot. English are trying to close out the season with wins so they can get a high seed and get a home game in the playoffs. At the 27-yard line, across the 35 to about the 37. Connor McRae with the return. They put it at 36. So they pick up 7 yards on their second possession. They started at the 29, now they start at the 36. Manaya is the quarterback with Garambi, the running back, with him. Now the handoff, not going to go very far. That's Baez. He started as a wing. One in motion, they gave him the ball. I'm going to call it no gain. He didn't get to the 36 or 37. He's about a half a yard shy. So it's 2nd and 9 3/4. The wing is to the far side this time with a wide out to the near side. Manaya rolling, looking to throw, in trouble. He's going to get dropped back at the 31. They lost 5. So it'll be 3rd and 15 for the second time. First possession was 3rd and 15. Second possession is 3rd and 15. Two wideouts to the far side. The wing is to the near side. Motion now to the far side. English jumped but got back, I think. Manaya rolling, looking. In trouble. He's going to get hit and dumped again. First guy there was Nick Bates. They lose 4 more. And they're going to have to kick it away again. So Salem's had 2 possessions. They're minus 14 yards. And English, once again, without a run back, should get pretty good field position here. With a run back, they could be back in Salem territory. Now we got illegal participation by Salem. Too many men on the field. They move it back to the 22. They dropped the ball. He caught it, took a step forward to kick, and he dropped the ball. And English gets a huge break. LEHS just dropped the ball. The ball's at the 14-yard line. They lose 8 more. So things go from bad to worse for Salem. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Three wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. Severance. The quick out, caught. Down to the 1-yard line. Little safety valve. Tajadil. Tajadil. 13 yards and a first down, and it's 1st and goal from the 1. Three wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. I don't think they're going to see the ball. Severance fakes and walks in. His 2nd touchdown. So they go 14 yards in 2 plays. They run 15 plays. They've scored 3 times. Drummond will try to make it 3 for 3. And the kick got blocked. So English looking to put this one away very early. They're still in the first period. They lead it 20-0. 15 plays have got them 3 touchdowns. Severance has scored twice. Bangura has 1. And Drynan, I sound like I broke a record. Drynan will kick off again. High short kick, fielded at the 26-yard line. Bouncing to the outside. Nice return. Jeffrey Holloway. This will be the best start that Salem has had. They're saying he stepped out at the 38-yard line. Looked like he was near midfield. It's still their best start by 2 yards. Last time they started at the 36. So they get progressively better with their starting points, but they're trying to get plus yardage. They haven't run a plus play yet. And they finally do, but not for very much. And that's O'Fury. He got to the 39. That's a personal foul against Salem. So things just going from bad to worse for the Witches. They mark it back to the 28. It'll be 1st and 20. The wide out to the far side. The wing goes in motion and gets the handoff. And they're going to get buried in the backfield. Severance came in and broke up the play. He plays both sides. He does it very well on both sides. That was Devin Talbert. And they put the ball at the 24. They lose 4 more. They're looking for their first plus play in the period. And this is their 3rd possession. Fury in the backfield with Mania. Low snap, and he gets buried and lost the football. They're calling it an incomplete pass. His hand was coming forward. English almost came up with another big turnover. He was going back to throw and got buried. So Salem's going to have to kick it away again. And again, without a run back, English is going to get very good field position. Kick is a good one. Back to the 36-yard line. And they're going to get it back in Salem territory. Nice return by Purder. They put it at the 47. So the first touchdown, Brown ran the kickoff back 34 yards. They went down and scored. Purdy now returns the punt, 17 yards to the 47. It'll be 1st and 10 from there for the Bulldogs, who have already jumped up to a 20-0 lead. Motion coming to the near side. High snap. Severance rolling. Lets it fly long and deep. Follows behind the defense. Makes the catch, and he dives in the end zone for the touchdown. He was in before he lost the ball. Referee signaling touchdown. So the last touchdown, they have 2 plays. This time they have 1. 47 yards. And a first down and a touchdown. And Driner will try to make it 27. Severance just put it right on the money. Fowler beat the defense. And the last dive got him in the end zone as Driner kicks it through. So in the first period, English has put 27 points on the board. Salem has minus 26 yards of offense. And that's absolutely incredible. We'll have the kickoff, maybe 1 play, and we'll be through this first period. English has 40 yards rushing, but they have 110 passing. And Salem has nothing. English only had to go 14 yards for their first touchdown. They went 47, but they did it in 2 plays. And again, Dryden will kick it off. Salem leads the series 45 wins to 33 for English. There have been 11 ties, but English has won the last 7, well on their way to make it 8. They drive it deep, bobbled, picked up at the 14-yard line, and for all intents and purposes, not a bad return after he bobbled it. That's Frederick Coffey. So they regress a little bit with the return, getting it to the 26. They improved the first 3. Now they drop back. They have it at the 26. They run a play, and that should be the end of the period. The wideout comes to the near side. O'Fury goes in motion. And they finally get a plus play. Not many, but they got a plus play. They pick up 2 to the 28. That was Garambi. So they're going to be minus 24 for the first period. And they're minus 27 on the scoreboard. That was it went to the last play of the first period for Salem to get a plus play. So we'll start the second period. Salem will have it 2nd and 8 from their 28. They give it to O'Fury. He gets maybe to the 31. Would be charitable and call it the 31 and give him 3. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 as they send the wideouts to the far side. The wing is to the near side. They pitch it to O'Fury. They're going to get a first down. Out to the 38. That's their biggest play. They picked up 7, and that's their first down. And it comes on the second play of the second period. Just a little pitch to O'Fury. Took it off the right side, picked up 7. High snap. They try to run straight ahead. And everybody pushing and shoving. And they get to the 42 for a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6. They wants to at least put a couple of first downs together and keep the ball away from English. They don't want to give it back right away. Again, the wideout goes to the far side. Minaya spins, trying to get away. Not going to go anywhere. Knocked backwards. The bottom of that pile is Nick Bates. They put it back at the 38. They lost 4. So they gained 4. They lost 4. It's going to be 3rd and 10. At least they progressed. The first two times they had it was 3rd and 15 both times. Now they picked up a first down, but it's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, in trouble again. And gets wrapped and knocked out. That's Bates again. Couldn't find anybody downfield to throw it to. Tough right-handed quarterback rolling to his left. They put it back at the 38, no gain. And Salem will have to kick it away again. So they made a first down, but that's all. Now they're going to kick it away again. High kick. They let it bounce. Not going to go very far. They're going to put it at the 48-yard line. So it's only a 14-yard punt. And English, again, has great field position. That went straight up and down. And it didn't take a Salem good bounce. From the 48, 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Severance looking, lets it fly long and deep. Brown is way behind the defense. Piece of cake for Brown. He was double teamed, he beat them both. And Severance put it right in his lap. Second consecutive one-play drive. $52 yards. English makes it 5 for 5. Trying and try to make it 4 out of 5. Severance the holder. They get it down, and he kicks it through. $162 yards passing for Severance. We told you he needed 32 coming in to go over 4,000. He's looking to kick that number up by quite a bit. He goes 47 to Fowler, now he goes 52. To Prince Brown. Brown had double coverage on the far side. He just took off, ran downfield, beat everybody downfield. And Severance threw it right in his lap. They've got great weapons. Prince Brown can fly. Fowler is very quick. Purda is quick as well. 3 great receivers. And then you also have Jadil. I'm going to say Tahadil. Hopefully I get it close. I have to try to find out how to pronounce that. They kick a little ground ball at the 20-yard line. Reversing field, coming to the near side, staying on his feet. Had to run a long way. There's a flag coming in at the end. Talbot with the return had to run a long way to pick up about 9 yards. He got to the 29. Let's see what the flag is about. Personal foul against Salem. So open up the closet door, whatever can fall out on Salem's head. And we talked about they were getting progressively better with their starting positions. Now they're getting substantially worse. They're going to start at their 17-yard line. And we got a timeout. So Severance has run for 2 and passed for 2. In between, Bangora ran for 1. And English came out steaming. 5 straight possessions, 5 straight touchdowns. The last 2, 1 play. 47 to Fowler, 52 to Brown. And before that, taking advantage of the fumble on the punt attempt, they only had to go 2 plays. So they've only run for 40 yards, but they passed for 110. Salem in another hole at their 17-yard line. The pitch off the right side. That's Baez with the carry. Picked up 5 to the 22. They've only had 5+ plays. They still haven't got into the plus column rushing the ball yet. And that's going to get them there. That's O'Fury with the carry. They give him the 29. He picked up 7 and a first down. Running to the right side, getting pushed forward. Garambi picks up a few. Out to the 33, picked up 4. 2nd down and 6. Still content to try and run the football. They couldn't run at all. They were minus 24 yards rushing. The last play of the first period got them their first plus play. They've been a little better here in the second period. Coming to the near side, cutting it back to the middle. Nice run by O'Fury. And they finally get into English territory with a big first down to the English 49. 18 yards for O'Fury. He's got 39 yards rushing. And they'll have it 1st and 10 at the English 49. Quarterback keep. They push him forward after he got maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. We're in the second period. English has virtually put this one away very early. Putting 27 points up in the first period and then scoring on their first possession in the second period. They're on top 34-0. Garambi got able to squeeze out another yard. Offense is coming not very easy for Salem. They got 2 yards in the last 2 plays. Third and 8. And they're going to get buried again in the backfield. And the quarterback is still down. They lost back to the Salem 44. They lost 9 yards. And they're going to have to kick it away again. Salem's got to the point where they're now plus 13 rushing. They were minus 14, minus 24 at the end of the period, minus 14 before this last possession. They put together 2 first downs. They only had 1 prior to that. But now they're going to have to kick it away again. This will be their 6th punt. Actually 5, they fumbled a snap on one of them. English is just owning the line of scrimmage. Salem not able to run the ball at all. And when they do anything in the backfield, handoff or what, English, a lot of white shirts are getting into the backfield. They can almost hand the ball off to the English linemen. They're that quick into the backfield. English went 54 yards in 7 plays. Severance went 21 for the touchdown. 58 yards in 6 plays. Bangora in from the 4. After that fumble snap on the punt, Severance went in from the 1. And then the 2 big pass plays, 47 yards to Fowler, their last play of the first period. And then their first play of the second period, 52 yards to Brown. And now Salem is going to give it back to English again. This time, if the punt, last time the punt only went about 14 yards. If they get a decent punt off, English will at least start deep in their own end. Fielded, dropped. They get it back. Not bad field position for the Bulldogs. They'll have it at the 36. This is their worst starting position. First half winding down. A big 27-point period for English to start. They sent wideouts, doubled up on either side. Now motion coming. Evans lets it fly long and deep. Too long, too deep. It'll be 2nd and 10. Obviously, they didn't have to punt yet because they've scored every time they've had the ball. Again, double wideouts to either side. Evans rolling. Caught by Brown for a first down. Is it coming back? I believe it is. That'll be English's first penalty. English are caught for a hold. So it'll be 2nd and 20. Fowler coming to the near side. They give it to Bangura. He goes no place. Salem was waiting for him. I'm waiting to see how much forward progress they give him, and they give him any because that's the last play of the half. A very quick second period, excuse me. So clock runs out in English. They don't score. They don't make it 6 for 6, but they did make it 5 for 5. So English couldn't run it, but they could throw it. At halftime, English 34-0 over Salem. We're back at Bertram Field to start the second half. English will kick it off. And they've exploded for a big 27 points in the first period, and they're out to a 34-0 lead, and this one is in the bank. English is going to get their 5th win. Salem was going to drop to 500 at 3-3, and it's going to be a tight squeeze for Salem to try and make it into the playoffs. At the 29-yard line, they're going to cross the 40. Connor McRae with the return. They put it out at the 43. So we're underway in the second half. Coming to the near side, getting a burst of speed and getting into English territory. That's the biggest run of the day. Ruben Baez. To the English 40. 17 yards and a first down. It took them to the last play of the first period to get their first plus play. Now the first play of the second half, they pick up a first down. And as they do, Baez is down, and they're checking out his leg or his ankle. He got piled up as he got it to the 40-yard line of English. This is their deepest penetration. We mentioned before, this is the 90th meeting between these two teams. Salem was one half of them. 45 wins for Salem, 33 for English, 11 have been ties. but English has won 7 straight. And this one is a far cry from last year's game at Manning Field, where English won it 13-12 in overtime. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is not going to go into overtime. Had a little history making for Matt Severance. He had already broken his coach's passing career record. As they're carrying Baez off, you hate to see that. We hope the young man's going to be okay. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. So our thoughts and prayers go out that he's going to be okay. But Severance, on his 3rd completion of the game, went over 4,000 yards for his career. And he does just as much defensively as he does offensively. That's O'Fury with the carry. They put it to 35. He picked up 5. He ran for 39 yards in that first half. Severance ran for 28 and 2 touchdowns. Bangor had only 11 yards, scored a touchdown. They didn't run the ball that much. Fowler had 3 catches for 69. Brown 2 for 67. Purda 2 for 23. As they try to go outside with Talbert. Tommy Gaylord made the play. They get nowhere. It'll be 3rd and 5. And Purda had 2 catches for 23. And Jadil Tahadil had 1 catch for 13 yards. They passed for 172. They only ran for 39. And not going to go anywhere. They're going to lose a yard. Obviously, I think Salem will go here. There's no sense punting from here. They need 6. They need the 30-yard line. They're at the 36. The wideout goes to the far side. Wing to the near side. Rolling, looking to throw. They dump it off. Tipped, caught, tipped, dropped. It's going to be incomplete. English looked like they had an interception, tipped it. It looked like Garcia was going to catch it, and then it finally fell to the ground, incomplete. And Salem will turn it over. First time they've had the ball that they haven't, I should say punt or tried to punt, because they dropped the snap on one of the punts. So English will have the ball. They go to that double wing. Brown coming to the near side, turns the corner, down the sideline before he's bumped out in Salem territory. First time we've seen the double wing. They usually run it quite a bit. They put him out at the Salem 43. "21 yards. They had 39 yards rushing in the first half. They got 21 on that play. They've almost virtually consistently thrown it. Now they're going to run it here in the second half off this double wing. Off the right side. Wes Chandler, he's only a freshman. Gets to the 36, he picked up 7. 2nd and 3. Similarities with Severance and his coach Chris Carroll, they're both left-handed. They stay in that very tight double wing. Misdirection coming back. Falling ahead is Purder. Getting it a first down. I'm going to call it the 32 and give him 4. Ball just across the 32. Off the right side, they knocked Chandler down at the 30-yard line. Second and 8 from the 30. English content to run the ball, run the clock, shrink the game. They have this one well in hand. Purder with the handoff coming to the near side. Makes a cut, breaks it back against the grain, and he's gone. Nice run by Purder. The play was deemed to go around the corner. He had blockers out in front. He cut it up inside and made one quick break to the far side. Just broke it against the grain. He goes 30 for the touchdown. "64 yards in 5 plays. Drynen's kick is good. So they go over 100 yards rushing on the drive. Brown picking up 21. Purder picking up 34. Chandler chipped in with 9. And the beat goes on. Now 41-0. And the only thing that stopped English virtually was the clock running out. They had the ball. One time ran out in the first half. They had scored on 5 straight possessions. Now they score on their first here in the second half. And they'll kick it off to the Witches. Out to the 37, maybe the 38. At the 37. Fury's rushed for 43. He's their leading rusher in the season. He's run with 43 now. He's gone over 400 yards. He scored 7 touchdowns. He's got 44 points, including a 2-point extra point, 7 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. Nagambi bangs ahead, gets near the 45. They'll give him 7 to the 44. 2nd and 3. This could virtually put Salem out of the playoffs because they're going to go to 3 and 3, and they've got a tough matchup coming up. The pitch to O'Fury, lost the football, but he got it back at midfield. So it took a nice bounce back to O'Fury. He's got a first down. O'Fury's only a sophomore. The wideout comes way out to the near side. O'Fury off the left side. Gets it into English territory. They've only been here a couple of times. Now we got English player down on the play. English ran the ball in the first couple of times. Actually, the first 3 times. And they went long range to Fowler and Brown. 47 to Fowler, 52 to Brown. And they do it both ways. There'll be games where they'll go into that double wing and they'll run the ball and pile up the yardage. This game, they only had 39 yards rushing in the first half. Seven's had 28. Bangura, their leading rusher, he had one game where he went over 200 yards. He only had 11 in the first half. He only had 2 carries. Again, let's hope the young man's going to be okay. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. They're helping him off. Looked like Nick Bates, young sophomore, who's played well. The wideout goes to the far side. Nagambi gets to the 41 for a pickup of 5. Actually, they put it at the 40, they give him 6. So he picked up a first down. Fury off the right side gets ahead of steam. He's loose. They're not going to get him. Salem's going to get on the board. 40-yard run by O'Fury. Salem goes 63 yards in 5 plays. O'Fury picking up 50 of them. Nagambi chipped in with 13. And they'll look for 2. Nagambi powers his way in. So it's 41-8. And for the first time since way back starting the ball game, Salem will kick off to the Bulldogs. So Salem avoids the shutout. They're just shy of 100 yards rushing. 97. O'Fury has 89 of them. And Melkin Batista will kick it off. He's going to get pinned, the deepest pinning of English in the ball game, inside their 20. That might have been the last play of the third period. And it was. So we're through 3 periods. English comfortably ahead. They're going to go to 5-1. Salem's going to drop to 3-3. English going to lose yardage. They started very quickly. With a whole bunch of new people in here. They lost back to the 15. Carroll getting a lot of people playing time right now, playing out the string. They stay in that double wing. Not going very far is Shea Palmer. He picked up a yard to the 16. And we got a timeout. So English calling off the Dogs here late in the game. A lot of the third period, now certainly the fourth period. As it's at the 16-yard line, it will be 3rd and 13. This will be could be the first time the English has to punt the ball. That's because they put everybody in. So Purdo wound up with 2 carries for 34 yards. Brown had 1 carry for 21. Severance had 28 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns. Bangura had 2 carries for 12 and a touchdown. Fowler had 3 catches for 69 and a touchdown. Brown had 2 carries for 67 and a touchdown to go along with his 21-yard run, so he had 88 yards of offense. Purda had 2 catches for 23, and Jadil Tahadil had 1 catch for 13. And Severance passed for 172. He scored 2, passed for 2. Passed for 172 yards. Didn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. That's Miguel Ramos. We got a Salem player down. They give him back to the line of scrimmage. English going to have to punt for the first time. And again, you hate to see this happen because you hate to see kids get hurt. So England's going to pick up their 34th win in the series. Salem has won 45 times. That's half. This is the 90th meeting. English is going to make it 8 in a row over the Witches. And it's one of those games where the official's saying, let's run the clock. No reason to not keep it going. This one's over. It's been over for a while. A big 27-point first period, a first period in which Salem got their first plus play on the last play of the period, and it was 2 yards, giving them minus 24. So they got 24 minus yards in the first period. English got 27 points. So this one was over very quickly. Low snap winds up in the end zone, and they're going to run it out and not get very far out to the 15. It went by the kicker into the end zone, and I think it was Ramos who tried to run with it. He got out to the 15. They wind up losing a yard. They lose the ball, and Salem has it at the 15-yard line. That puts English under 100 yards rushing, down to 99. Nagambi gets pushed forward to about the 6. So he picks up 9. And that puts Salem over 100 yards rushing. Fury gets the handoff, cuts it up inside, and gets help from his friends and gets in the end zone for his second touchdown. So they go 15 yards in 2 plays thanks to the turnover. Salem's only thrown the ball 4 times. Coming into the ball game, they proceeded to run the ball for about 80% of their plays. Nagambi trying to back his way in, comes up shy. The book on Salem coming in was they run the ball almost 80% of the time. They throw it very sparingly, and they did it here today. They've only thrown it twice and didn't complete either one. So Salem will kick it off, and they score back-to-back touchdowns. One on the drive, the other one on the botched snap on the punt. So both teams have given touchdowns away trying to punt the ball. English still hasn't putted the ball today. They were attempting to, and the snap went awry. Salem got good field position and took advantage in 2 plays. Will Salem try to get the ball back? No, they kick it away. They popped it up, caught, and now we got a flag coming in. I think it was Joan Santana who made the catch. Could have been Bowen T. We'll give them both credit. Flag coming in right at the play. Waiting to sort it out. See who it's against. I think they're marking it off against Salem. Now they're going to mark it off against Salem. That's a big 15-yarder. And it's even more than that. There were 2 flags on the play. There's 2 15-yarders, and they mark them both off. You don't see that very often. All the way down to the 31-yard line of Salem. So somebody hit somebody or said something, and then somebody else did the same thing. 2 15-yarders push the ball at the 31-yard line. You don't want to see this. It's out of hand score-wise, but you don't really want to see it get out of hand. Matthias Fowler is the quarterback in this spread. He's going to be next year's quarterback. They're grooming him. O'Fury makes the play. They get nothing on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. They'll have to find somebody else to catch the ball next year. This guy was given plenty of opportunities. He had plays with the first team in there. Little lateral to the outside. Another play was a fake run. Both times Fowler threw the ball, showing off his arm. So he can throw the ball. His Fowler is Jesse, was an outstanding athlete, one of the coaches for English. That's Prince Brown with the carry. They put it at the 20. Well, the 25, excuse me. He picked up 6. So now he's got 2 carries for 27. So after the 2 touchdowns, English got some of the regulars back in. Purder is back in as a running back. He gets the carry, turns the corner. He's going to be close. I don't know if he made it. He needed 4. And he got 4 to the 22. And to the 21. That was a little broken play. English fell down in the backfield. Jesse Maggs to the 23. A loss of 2. So Maggs is now the quarterback. Turning the corner. That's Wes Chandler, another freshman. Down to the 15. Picked up 8. Almost dropped the ball. Inside the 10, Chandler will get a first down. Wobbled it, caught it, kept going. Get it to the 9. He picked up 6. Flags on the play. I think it's going to be against English, I think. Winding down the ball game. Brown with 2 carries for 27. Purda with 3 for 38. Back to the 19. Trying to turn the corner. Getting inside the 15 is Shea Palmer. That's another freshman. Right in the middle of the pack was Chandler. He picked up 3. I'm waiting for the official to say that's the last play. And now he does. So that's going to do it. English got that big 27 first period. Severance getting 2, Bangura getting 1, and then Severance 47 to Fowler, 52 to Brown. And the first play of the second period was the pass to Brown, made it 34. And then English went to that double wing, went to the ground. Purda went 30, made it 41. O'Fury got 2 late touchdowns. 1 40 yards and 1 6 yards for Salem. Dryden was 4 for 5 for extra points. Fowler 3 catches for 69. Brown 2 for 67. Also ran for 27. Purda had 2 catches for 23. Ran for 38. Severance ran for 28. 2 touchdowns. Passed for 2 touchdowns. Bangura had a touchdown. Dryden 5 for 6 for extra points. And English did it all on the ground, in the air. Shut Salem down, especially in that first period. And English will walk out of here 5-1 with an impressive 41-14 win over Salem. Salem will drop to 3-3. In the 90th meeting of these two teams, English picks up the 34th win. They make it 8 in a row. And again, a little bit different than last year when it was 13-12 in overtime. This one, 41 14, English, over Salem. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.